Hello and welcome. You are in the week two of the Reclaiming Your Self-Authority course. The subtitle is How to Stay Grounded in Relationships Without Losing Yourself. We've already worked through the orientation in week one, and I'm happy to see you're still with us watching week two. Week two, the video we're working on right now builds directly on week one and shifts from recognition to relational understanding without moving into confrontation or technique yet. So, we're going to talk about in week two right now relational power and emotional ownership. I want to help you recognize ownership violations. It's very important, of course. Stop mislabeling them as communication problems. Okay, we're going to move from awareness to the pattern or patterns. Last week, you began noticing where your self-authority slipped away. This week, we look at why it happens so consistently in relationships. Not because you communicate poorly, not because you lack boundaries, not because you're too accommodating, but because relational power is rarely neutral, especially in moments of vulnerability. Let me say that again. Relational power is rarely neutral, especially in moments of vulnerability. Let me make, excuse me, let me make a crucial distinction. Many people believe their relationship struggles come from miscommunication. But very often, what's actually happening is something different. It's an ownership violation. An ownership violation occurs when someone takes over the meaning of your experience, assigns intention or motive, reframes your feelings as character flaws, decides why something happened to you. That's not dialogue. That's authority being claimed. So why does this feel so personal? When someone takes ownership of your experience, it doesn't just feel hurtful. It feels disorienting because meaning is intimate. It's how we make sense of ourselves. So when someone else decides what your experience really means, you may find yourself explaining, defending, softening, or downing your original perception. Not because they're right, but because your authorship has been disrupted. Here's an important reframe. Over-explaining is not a personality trait. It's a signal. People over-explain when their meaning feels unstable. They anticipate being overruled. They're trying to regain lost authority. Over-explaining is an attempt to reclaim authorship through logic, when what was actually lost was permission to define your own experience. So let's talk about what emotional ownership actually means. Healthy relationships allow for disagreement. They do not require consensus, interpretation, correction of lived experience. Emotional ownership means your feelings belong to you. Your meaning belongs to you. Others can respond without taking over. You can be open without being invaded. You can listen without surrendering authorship. What am I asking of you then, here in week 2, halfway through? This week is not about enforcing boundaries. It's about reclaiming internal territory. You're being invited to notice when you start managing someone else's certainty, when you lose contact with your own meaning, when connection starts costing you clarity. No confrontation, no scripts, just awareness of where ownership shifts. And here's something important to consider. You're allowed to let someone react without letting them redefine you. You're allowed to stay present without handing over authorship. And you're allowed to pause instead of explaining yourself back into alignment. As you move into this week's reflections, hold this question gently. What belongs to me in this relationship and what never did? That question restores ground. Thank you, and I will see you in the week 3 video. Wonderful to be here with you, and see you soon.